Welcome to our JavaScript interview question playlist. Whether you are a beginner preparing for your first tech interview or an experienced developer brushing up your skills, you have come to the right place. JavaScript is one of the most popular programming languages in the world, and it's a key skills for the many technical roles. In this series, we will cover the wide range of interview questions from the basic concepts to advanced topics to help you prepare and succeed. In today's video, we will be diving into the JavaScript and exploring various ways to create the objects. Whether you are a beginner or looking to brush up on your skills, this video is for you. So let's get started. So first we have a uh, first we have used the object literal syntax. So this is the one of the easiest way to create an object in the JavaScript. It is a comma separated set of name pairs wrap in the curly braces. You can see these properties can be of any data type, including the arrays, function, and nested object. Now let's look at the object constructor. So this is the simplest way to create an empty object using the object constructor. But currently this approach is not recommended, but we can try to do this thing. So first, we have create the object using over the new keyword. But right now, in the JavaScript, the object method itself is the built-in constructor function. So technically, you do not need the new keyword. Moving on to the object create method. So this method is used to create a new object by passing the specified prototype object and properties as an argument. So here you can see that we have used the object literal, and then afterwards we can create the object using of the create method. We have provided the argument vehicle and car props, and simply we can lock the car message. So this pattern is helpful for creating the new object based on that existing one. The second argument is a optional uh, and used to create the properties on the new object. Now let's discuss on the function constructor. So you can create any function and use the new keyword to create an object instance. So this approach is a simple and effective for creating an object with the specified properties. So here we have a function name along with the person name, and we have provided the argument name, and after that we have created the object using of a new keyword, and here we have provided the name of that person, Sudhir. So here function actually taking care of that object creation. Now moving into the function constructor without the prototype. So it's basically this method is used for the prototypes for the properties and methods. It is similar to the using object.create with the function prototype and then calling that function with the instance and parameter as an argument. Another method is object assign method. This method copies all the properties from one or more source objects into the target object. So this is a great way to combine the multiple objects into the one. Now coming back to that ES6 class syntax. So basically using the class you can create an object in a manner similar to the other programming languages like Java or C#. Finally, we have used the singleton pattern. So singleton is an object that can only be instantiated once, and any repeated calls to its constructor return the same instance. This pattern ensures that only one instance of the object exists, which can be very useful in the certain scenarios. So now we can cover the practical example of how to create the object using the different approaches. So first one, we have used the object literal syntax. So in the object literal syntax, there is nothing but it's a very simple and very straightforward. We have a create object using of the curly braces along with the key and value pairs. And now we can see what should be the output. So here you can see age and name should be displayed along with the curly braces. Now coming back to that second example, also not commonly recommended these days. It's still worth knowing that how to create a object using of a object constructor. So there are the two different approaches. First one is a new keyword along with the object built-in method we can use, or we can simply directly we can create the object using of the object constructor. So let's see what should be the output. The first one, it will display the shape as we have initialized with the object values, and same for the second object. Now coming back to the third one example. So how to create an object using of a object.create method. So this is the useful for the creating object with the specified prototype. So here we have first to create an object with the null prototype, and then we can create the car object with the properties inherited from the vehicle object. So now let's see what should be the output of this console log. So first one is a null prototype. It should be actually initialized, so there is no property for the null value. Second one is the we have basically but it will be showing the car models. So car properties value here it should be displayed. Model is Golf and type is Volkswagen. Now in the prototypes there is a properties of that vehicle. So here you can see color is a green, fuel type is gasoline, and wheel is a O. So these kind of a properties inherited using the prototype behavior. Now fourth example, we have used the using of a function constructor. So let's see how to create the object using the function constructor. So function constructor actually we can create the object using the function name person, and we have provided the argument in the basically open and close bracket, and then we can initialize the values. And here we have created the person. We have calling the function name, and we have provided the argument, and by using of the new keyword we can create the object. Let's see what should be the output. So here you can see person along with the their properties age 21 and name Sudhir. Now back to the fifth example, function constructor with the prototype. So function actually we can create the without using of the basically without defining the function, we have used the prototype along with the properties that we can assign. So here you can see we have defined the function, and then afterwards we can actually assigning the values along with the prototype attribute. So basically, so person with the prototype here we have created using of the new keyword, and then we can log the message. So here you can see prototype attribute, it should be associated, and then afterwards you can see name of that Sudhir, it should be displayed. Now back to the object assign method. So object.assign method basically perfect for copying the properties from one or more source object to target or object. So here you can see that we have multiple arguments we have provided along with the assign method, and object is the built-in keyword. So object.assign, along with that we have an empty object provided, we have org object, we have a car object. So what would be the output of this log message? So here you can see all of the values are associated in the single object. Now back to that how to create the object using of the class. So first we have defined the class person class, and we have used the constructor of that person class, and then we can actually create the object using of a new keyword, and then we have provided the name of that person. Then we have simply logged the message. So here you can see output should be name of Sudhir. Now last example of that how to create the object using of a singleton pattern. So singleton pattern actually more flexible way to create the object, and basically it's a pattern, singleton pattern. This ensures that a class has only one instance. So here we have singleton pattern we have used along with that new keyword, and then we can use the inside the function behavior define, and now we can simply log the message. So here you can see singleton pattern along with that name of that Sudhir. So that's for it.